West Ham United 3, Arsenal 1 in the Carabao Cup. We're through to the last 8. And of course, as expected, we were never going to get an easy draw in the last 8. And as it is, we've got Liverpool away. We were all laughing and joking and speculating that it was either going to be Liverpool or Newcastle away. And there it is. Anyway, Mikel Arteta, sore loser that he is, suggested that the game turned on the first goal because he thought had VAR been in action, the first goal wouldn't have counted because there was an infringement on goalkeeper Ramsdale. What a load of tosh. What a bad loser he is. In all fairness, even if we didn't score that goal from the Jarrod Bowen corner, the own goal, I think we would have still gone on to win because we looked really up for it tonight. Well, when you're watching this, it'll be in the morning, so we looked up to it last night. I thought it was an absolutely superb performance by West Ham United. The leash was off. We were allowed to go out and express ourselves. We did extremely well throughout the whole game. I don't know what the stats are. I haven't seen the stats in terms of possession, etc. But whatever possession Arsenal had, they did nothing with it whatsoever. They didn't look like they were up for it. They didn't look like they fancied it. And West Ham United came out and put in an absolutely superb performance from start to finish. Look, the lineup, quite strong. We knew we'd see a few familiar faces and some faces that aren't playing in the Premier League at the moment. So Fabianski in goal. Soufal was a bit of a surprise. I thought Kieran might have got the nod, but Soufal was in, as I thought and predicted. Mavropanos and Agerd were partnered at centre-back, and Emerson played at left-back. So it was a pretty strong defensive lineup. And then Alvarez was the pivot in midfield. Alongside Paqueta, Kudus, Souček and Benrahma in the middle of the park. And then up front, Jarrod Bowen. Now, in terms of our defence, I think they played superbly well. Mavropanos looked so comfortable alongside Agerd, and you've got to think that perhaps this is the partnership that will go forward in the future, if not the near future, because we heard there were a couple of players injured before tonight's game, and one of those players is Kurt Zouma, and apparently Zouma is going to be out for a few weeks. So I think that absolutely gives Mavropanos the opportunity now to really cement a place in the lineup and play alongside Agerd. I think Agerd looked a lot stronger with Mavropanos alongside him. They were immense and superb. And then the midfield, Alvarez, as we know, he was back to his best tonight. The pivot in the defensive midfield, guarding the four at the back. And then in the middle of the park, Kudus out on the right, Benrahma out on the left, and Paqueta alongside Souček in the middle. It worked. It was superb midfield performance as well. And Jarrod Bowen up front absolutely led the line really, really well. Superb, non-stop running throughout the whole game. Kudus was superb on the right-hand side. So industrious, so inventive. Really, he's more than ready for the Premier League. And I'm guessing, given that we've got a couple of suspensions this coming Saturday against Brentford, we're going to see Kudus start against Brentford as well. Benrahma was industrious. He defended well when he had to. Didn't really offer too much going forward, but he was a team player tonight, and good on him, because I think he deserved that kind of performance. Paqueta, flatters to deceive at times. Sometimes he's brilliant, sometimes he's not. And, we've got to take that with Paqueta, I guess. That's the way it goes with a player of his ilk. I think it was a superb team performance all round. I think Kudus was fantastic on the right-hand side. What a fantastic second goal. Great, fantastic crossfield ball from Agerd. We saw him before he got signed for West Ham United. We knew he had that in his locker, but we haven't seen much of it at the time that he's been at West Ham. But what an absolutely superb ball. And the way Kudus controlled it, sort of almost like a little backheel to himself, and then to turn and strike it into the bottom right-hand corner. Absolutely stunning goal. Really, really fantastic. The first goal, as I said, was an own goal by Ben Davies for Arsenal. It was a great crossing from kind of corners that we haven't been seeing of late from West Ham, but Bowen swung it in superbly, and Davies put it into his own net. Who cares? And then the third goal, I think it got a slight deflection from what I can see. It looked like Ramsdale was slightly wrong-footed, but a great strike from Bowen just outside the box, and Ramsdale couldn't keep it out. 3-0 didn't flatter us. I think we absolutely deserved to be 3-0 up, and I think we were looking at probably getting more. In fact, in the second half, at the beginning of the second half, there was a great move. Absolutely superb. This is where Paqueta can inspire you and sort of makes you sort of scratch your head at times, because throughout the game, Paqueta misplaced passes, etc. But the ball that he laid in at the beginning of the second half to Bowen to take a strike, and then Ramsdale saved it, and Kudus almost got on the end of it, was a superb ball. A superb little ball from Paqueta. That's what you get from that sort of player. Of course, he took the piss at the end of the game, didn't he? When he got the ball at the corner by the corner flag, and he took it over his head. Flicked it over his head and tried to beat a player. Didn't come off, but you know what? At that time, we were 3-0 up, and we're like, go on then, you do that. Look. This is the sort of West Ham United that we want to see week in, week out. There's no reason for why Moyes can't do the same with West Ham in the league. Let them off the leash a little bit. Give them an opportunity to express themselves. Give them a chance to show what they're capable of in attack. Because for all the games that we've had this season, the last 3 games, where we seem to kind of forget what we need to do in the final third of the pitch, we had that in abundance tonight. We were inventive, we were creative. We even saw a different kind of free kick taken. Everything about what was missing in the last 3 games came to the fore against Arsenal in the League Cup. So why not do that? Why not do that on Saturday? Why not do that moving forward? Not only in the cup competitions, but also in the league as well. We can do it. We've got the players that are capable of putting in a performance like that. So why not do that in the league as well? I think it was a great defense. Look, the only thing I want to moan about, I guess, is that we allowed them to score a goal at the end. It would have been great to have had a clean sheet against Arsenal, but it wasn't to be. They scored deep into, I think it was the last kick of the game, because we kicked off and then the ref blew the whistle. That was the only downside, the fact that we didn't keep a clean sheet. But otherwise, great performance all round. Fabianski, when he was called into action, did superbly well. The defence was great. Soufal on the right-hand side, Emerson on the left-hand side, created problems for Arsenal. It was good to see. The 2 centre-backs, like I said, Mavropanos and Agerd, looked comfortable together moving forward. I think the midfield was great. Alvarez was back to his pivotal best in the centre of the park. It was great. And like I said, Bowen, a fantastic frontline performance. He ran for 90 minutes. He ran for every minute of the game as a front target, and he was really great at it. He led the front line superbly well. And like I said, also Kudus put in a fantastic performance, industrious but creative, all at the same time. Really great, really, really happy. And let's move forward. Now we've got Liverpool coming up in the Cup. We play them, I can't remember what date it was announced, but I think it's just before Christmas, isn't it? I think something like the 20th of December or something like that, a few days before we have the Man United game at home. So busy December it's going to be, and we're going to need all our squads to be involved. Declan Rice came on. He got a mixed reception. A lot of us around neither booed or cheered. A few people clapped for him, but you could hear the boos as well. I didn't really think it warranted boos, but I certainly wasn't going to cheer him or boo him either way, or clap him or boo him either way. And he, looked lost. I think the song that we sang for Declan Rice about should have gone to a bigger team was typical West Ham taking the piss. Look, happy hammer all round. It's superb. We've got the league back this coming Saturday against Brentford. There are going to be a couple of changes, as we heard. Zuma is out. He's out for a few weeks, so he's one injury. Mbama was meant to be on the subs bench tonight, but apparently he got a knock because he was on the coach, but he got a knock. Probably happened before in the warm up before the game. So we don't know whether he'll be back at the weekend. We don't know how severe that is with Mbama. But there will be changes, and almost definitely 3 changes. I think Mavropanos will come in for Zuma at the back. I think with Alvarez and Paqueta both not going to be able to make the game because they've had 5 yellow cards each. They're suspended. You're going to see Ward-Prowse start. He came on at the end of the game, so Ward-Prowse will start. And inevitably, you're going to see Antonio. I mean, a lot of us were talking about, if we want to keep the same shape as we had against Arsenal, wouldn't it be better to maybe play Fornals in the middle of the park? Or even put Ben Rama in so that we can keep Bowen up front and Kudus out on the right. But unfortunately, we know that Antonio's going to start. Ward-Prowse will come in. So you're going to see a change. I mean, probably we played a full 1-4-1 tonight because we had Alvarez as the pivot. But with that Alvarez missing, we're likely to revert to a 4-2-3-1. So you're likely to see Ward-Prowse a bit deeper, which is a shame, probably alongside Souček. And then you're going to see a 3 in the middle with I would imagine Kudus on the right hand side. You're going to have who else? Probably Souček in the middle. And out left, I don't know. Probably you're going to have to see Bowen go out left or something like that. I don't know how that's going to turn out. And you're going to have Antonio leading the line. No disrespect to Antonio, but you can see what a difference it made to the game when you have a player like Bowen that was properly leading the line, running, continuously throughout the 95 minutes. Superb. Well done, West Ham. We've got Liverpool in the cup. You know what? Why not go for it? Why not? You get one chance at this competition, no replays or anything like that. So why not go for it when we play Liverpool? Put out a good team and go and beat them. Because when we beat them, we'll win this competition, hands down. In the final 8, you're going to have probably 2 of the maybe favourite 4 that are going to have to go out. You're going to have Chelsea versus Newcastle, so one of those teams are going to go out. Liverpool against West Ham, one of those teams are going to go out. And then you've got Fulham, Everton. You can't say that they're favourites with the greatest of respect, but good run for both of them. And then Middlesbrough, Port Vale, again, you can't sort of see them going all the way as well. So one of the favourites, or 2 of the favourites, are going to go through this in this competition. And why not West Ham? Why not West Ham? You know what? I'm going to call it now. I'm going to see a West Ham Newcastle final in this competition, and we'll win it. Why not? Thank you for watching. Leave comments, chat. Hit the like button, hit the bell notification to let you know when I'm next on, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you all for watching, and see you soon.